to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of prayer. Thank you.
Council President Fire.
Here.
Alderman Wadwa.
Here.
Alderwoman Calderon. Here. Alderman Brickner.
Here.
Alderman Damon.
Here.
Alderwoman Fliss. Here. Mayor Tutai.
Here. Telephonic meeting. None.
The meeting has been properly posted and noticed.
Public hearings. None. Presentation. None. Citizens' comments. Rick, can you come up and state your name and address, please? Nope, that's not on. We should have had it on for you. I apologize, Rick. There you go.
All right. Rick Urbanowicz, 4242 South Nicholson Avenue. On June 17th, there was a presentation on a proposal for the 12-acre triangle by Cream City Investments. This was a preliminary plan, and much more needs to be done prior to the council voting. I get it. I understand that. The one part of the plan which I'm totally against is to replace the library on the north end of the triangle with less space compared to our existing site on Nicholson Avenue. This shell of the library would be donated to the city from the developer. Council, you should know by now, nothing is free. The balance of the structure will be paid for by the city, or better yet, citizens' tax dollars. Keep in mind, back in 1987, when Milt Vettner and Ralph Voltner decided to replace the Milwaukee County bookmobile and start a major drive to build a St. Francis Library on Nicholson Avenue, the issues were the same. No money to build. Milt and Ralph, along with others, received donations from major players in the city to accomplish this $1 million project. The citizens paid for the majority, if not all, of the new library. The citizens. Then, in 2006, the second phase of the expansion to the library started, and in 2007 opened, which included the children's area. This, again, was funded by donations from the public with very few citizens' tax dollars. This council needs to understand that we, the citizens, paid for this library with donations, and our diamond in the rough needs to be preserved. This council needs to inform the city administrator that this library is not for sale to any developer. The library is history to the city of St. Francis, and I personally don't know if Mark understands the history that the library represents to us. But you all do. You were here for it.
That was 2 minutes.
Thank you. The library is in good physical shape, no matter what you hear from the city administrator, and it has not lost its value to the community. It would cost much less money to repair air conditioners or other items than destroying our beautiful library, which is centrally located on 2 major bus routes compared to the Triangle property. Council, it doesn't matter what size or shape of this library is compared to the old one. It's not a bargaining chip for the developer of any, for this developer or the city. The council needs to know that we will not allow you to spend any amount of money of our earned dollars for this library. We have a beautiful one already. Stop the madness, keep any of your personal feelings aside, and do what is right for the citizens of this great city. Mark, tell this developer and any other developer to come up with Plan B, and that the library is not a bargaining chip for any project in this city. Thank you.
Thank you. Consent agenda. Is there any older person that would like anything removed?
I'll move to approve the consent agenda as listed.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Recommendation of action from committees, commissions, and boards. Action to be taken from the licensing committee meeting held July 15th, 2025. Don?
Mayor, we're looking for a new beverage operators license for Martin Connor and Robert Wilson.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, a carnival license for St. Francis Day Wenzel Amusements LLC, August 29th through 31st, 2025.
I'll second that with the input from Mark. I'm sorry, from the city attorney on that certificate of insurance.
Recommendation was to approve it subject to provision of a certificate of insurance naming the city as an additional insured pursuant to our code of ordinances. The certificate that's been submitted provides that we're only named as an additional insured if we have a contract with St. Francis Days, which is contrary to the code.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Next, we have renewal of operators license for Nicholas Litsky and Scott Martin.
Se-
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And that's all from licensing. Mayor.
Thank you, Don. Action to be taken from the Finance Committee meeting held July 15th, 2025.
Mayor, I move to approve the resolution of the intent to reimburse based on the recommendation from the Finance Committee.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. That's it, Matt?
Yes, that's all, Mayor.
Thank you. Action to be taken by the Board of Public Works? None. Action to be taken from the Planning Commission? None. Sorry. Oh, right there in front of me. Sorry, thank you. Senior moment. Action to be taken from the Bargaining Committee held July 15th, 2025.
Mayor, upon recommendation of the bargaining committee, I move to give permission to the city administrator to fill the position of public operator.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Now to action to be taken from the Board of Public Works. None. Action to be taken from the Planning Commission. None. Resolution and ordinances.
Resolution declaring an official intent to reimburse expenditures from proceeds of borrowing.
I move to introduce and adopt.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Discussion items with possible action. TID number 5, 3700 South Lake Drive Agreement and Consent to Assignment and Security Agreement. Mark or Paul?
Thank you, Mayor. This is a request from the developer of the 3700 South Lake Drive development. As the council is aware, we have a development agreement with them that includes for TIF funding. This is consistent with what has been done in other developments where the developer pledges those TIF payments as part of their loan agreement with their lender to secure favorable financing. So we've done this in the past for Bear, 4200 on Lake, and so this would be consistent with that. It's the same format as we approved for 4200 on the Lake, and so the recommendation is to approve this and authorize its execution by the mayor and city clerk.
I move to approve and authorize.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Appointments to committees, commissions, and boards? None. Correspondence to possible action? None. Unfinished business? None. Other business? None. Department heads? Young William?
Regarding the monthly update, I'm not really going to touch anything on the first page. You guys can read that. Not really much for updates on that. Second page is really what I'm going to just provide the biggest update on. That's the street improvement program. Currently, pavement is scheduled for, or asphalt is scheduled to be paved on Pennsylvania, Bombay, Elizabeth, Tripoli, and Alabama next week. We've also now moved on to the phase 2 with Stark, which is curb removal and pulverizing of Waterford and Gately, as well as Bombay. So we're expecting right now that we will be pouring curb later this week, possibly Thursday or Friday. The update that I have that I provided to you was hand-delivered to everyone along the project on all streets. So that's what we've been trying to do with the assistance of Public Works, is just provide updates probably once a week so that everybody knows what's going on. With that, I pass.
Thank you, Captain Lund.
Excuse me, thank you. Two of our officers, Officer Johnny Milcarrick and Officer Zidell, yesterday and today are participating in a kids camp in Salem, Wisconsin. It's called COPS, C-O-P-S, Kids Camp. And COPS stands for Concerns of Police Survivors. So what it is, if you haven't heard of it, is it's children from around the country who have lost their parent, you know, a mom or dad, a cop that got killed basically around the country. They come to this camp every year, and they fly into Milwaukee, and they greet them there. And I think today they did fishing, and they paint with them, and they do campfires and all that. So every year we try to participate. I think it's good for the city. It's good, you know, and the officers love doing it. So Officer Johnny Milcarrick and Kayla Zidell were there yesterday, and they're there today. Other than that, we have our movie night coming up July 31st. I can't remember what movie it was selected, but it'll be kid-friendly, family-friendly. And then lastly, obviously with the funeral of the MPD officer, we were quite involved. We had a squad in the procession. We had our honor guard at the funeral, so that was nice to see. Sad situation, but we showed up and turned out. So with that, I pass.
Thank you. Chief Hoffman?
All right. Overall, very safe and uneventful 4th of July as far as any emergencies or fires. That was great. Special thanks to the police and especially the DPW. I was in several times during that day, and I think Dave maybe had a tent or something. Like he was living at the park because he was around every corner that we were at. We did reopen our firefighter EMT or firefighter paramedic application period for another month just due to lack of applicants. And last thing, we will be going to movie night, and then on the same day we'll be at the Touch a Truck event, and I'm pretty sure we have a concrete mixer coming too. So, and with that, I pass.
Thank you, Chief. Ann?
Pass.
Paul?
Mayor? Amy?
I'll get to her. There's a progression. Paul?
The mayor, Mark and I did participate in mediation last week with existing litigation, and I will reserve the rest of my comments in that regard for the closed session.
Thank you, Paul. Mark?
Thank you, Mayor. I will as well for closed session.
Thank you. Amy? Yeah. I don't think you can do that, and that would have been under public comments. Sorry. There was a sign out there to sign up for public comments. Okay. I can't put you out of order, though. So you can come next August 5th and talk. Okay. I apologize, but we got to follow the order. Thank you. Anything else, Amy? No. Do you want to vote on it? Paul, is that legal?
The problem with doing that, Mayor, is that I don't recommend it just because other people at other meetings, would not know that, or, would think that, hey, I can just ask to come up at a later point in time, and now we have, changed the public participation component of the meeting. So, I mean, it is listed for that. I understand that it may not have been clear, but I believe the mayor's position as far as the following the order of the agenda is appropriate in this instance.
Thank you, and I apologize, and you can definitely come back August 5th. Thank you. Don? Do you have anything, sir?
I will make a comment here. Even though I do believe that Rick put the cart before the horse here a little bit, but it's good to see that has his viewpoints, and with the library, I'm not all sold on the new library as yet either, but we're way far ahead of that right now. So that being said, if you need to come back next week, come back next week to be heard. It's not about the issue; it's about following the policies of the board. So with that, I pass.
Thank you, Don. Steve?
I'll pass this evening, sir.
Thank you. Matt?
I'll keep my comments brief tonight. Just Chief Poplar wanted to mention one of my neighbors was singing your praises recently for helping with their smoke detectors in their house. So thought it was a good PSA for everybody that, if you need smoke detectors looked at, fire department's happy to do that. And so excellent work, and you had a lot of good things to say about your department.
Thanks, Matt. Debbie?
I just wanted to thank all the staff and volunteers that made the 4th of July so great.
Absolutely.
It was actually excellent, so thank all the people involved.
Thank you. Sarah?
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you. Sean?
I appreciate your comments this evening, Rick. It is an emotional topic, but I just want to point out across the state of Wisconsin and in Milwaukee County area, libraries are closing. And it's not an infrequent thing. It is happening. We have to keep options open. It is early in the process. We don't even know if it's a feasible process. But you have to keep options open. When you close the door, you potentially close the door on your library. So I would encourage people, stay informed, do attend the meetings, find out what's going on. There is no guarantee of anything happening, but we do have to keep options open. We don't do that, sir.
No, I'm sorry.
I can't comment to you and citizens' comments, and it's the same for this part of the evening. You and I talk all the time. We can talk offline. I just encourage people, have an open mind. There is nothing determined. There is nothing moving forward at this time. But if we found anything out from the policy forum that South Milwaukee just participated in, you have to keep your options open, and that's all I'm going to say this evening.
Thank you, Sean. I would just like to say thank you for everyone that was involved in July 4th. Library was in it. That was awesome, as you guys always are. Everyone, outstanding job. Fireworks, awesome. And with that, I have nothing else, and I'll make the announcement we're going to closed session.
Sorry. A motion to adjourn to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute Section 1985-1G for purposes of conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. Item to be discussed, authorizations related to participation in scheduled mediation concerning City of St. Francis versus BR1 LLC.
I'll move to go into closed session.
Second.
Alderman Wadawa?
Aye.
Alderman Brickner,
Aye.
Alderwoman Fliss,
Aye.
Alderwoman Calderon,
Aye.
Alderman Fire,
Aye.
Alderman Dan.
Aye.
Motion carries.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
I'll move to adjourn.
Could we also, before we do that, may we get an authorization to execute the documentation necessary to execute the agreement?
Also move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?